The people of Israel were now free from their Egyptian taskmasters. And they praised God, for he had saved them by parting the Red Sea. And now the journey to the promised land had begun. It wasn't going to be easy, but God's faithful to take care of his people.
We are very thirsty, Moses. We've been traveling for 3 days without water.
Pretty soon we're gonna find water, trust me.
But what we find is not good to drink. It's too bitter.
God knows you need water. That's why I'm supposed to go cut down a tree right around this next rock, toss it in the water, and then the water is gonna be good enough to drink.
You were right. It is sweet and fresh. It is fit to drink.
God will bring you to the promised land, but you have to trust him and what he says. Don't be afraid. He has promised to look after us. When you need more water, he will provide it.
Look ahead. There. I see what we need. Count them. There are 12 fresh water springs and 70 palm trees to make shade for us.
Here, we're going to camp.
What about food? We're going to die without food. Why did we just stay in Egypt? We will starve to death here in this desert.
You're complaining against the Lord your God. Moses told you to trust him. God will send meat this evening and bread tomorrow.
The Lord will send us food like rain from the sky. I know that sounds weird. Each day we must go out and gather what is needed for that day only.
Will you do as the Lord teaches you to do?
He will send us food? Like rain from the sky? This seems like a crazy idea. Are you both so hungry and thirsty that you're talking just a little crazy?
Tomorrow morning, you will see the food that the Lord has promised, even though you grumble and you complain. A lot.
So now let's all pretend that we're traveling with Moses. I mean, walking and walking and walking. Do as he did that night. And now I want you to pretend that you're really tired and you're going to lay down to sleep. But I want you to close your eyes and think about all the things that God has promised you. You realize there's over 366 promises in the Bible? That's something for every day. Imagine, though, that you had not eaten breakfast in the morning. Imagine that you didn't have dinner last night. Now keep your eyes closed with me and think about how hungry you would be. Do you believe that the Lord will provide you food? Keep your eyes closed. Sleep well until Aaron tells you it's morning.
Look, my friends, the Lord has provided.
You heard you grumbling against him, and still he gave you food. Come on over and check this out.
What is this? It looks like crystals of frost. In the desert?
This is the bread the Lord sent you. Gather it up. Collect it every single morning. Do not keep any until the next day because it's going to go bad. Okay? God will send it fresh every day until we reach the promised land.
We will call this manna. Before the Sabbath day, we must collect much because none will come on the Sabbath.
I'll gather extra. It's too good to be true. Tomorrow, there may not be any, and I'll starve like my neighbor.
He said only to gather what we need for one day.
So maybe I'll just hide a little extra. Do you really believe that food will fall from the sky every day?
Well, what would you believe? Would you believe that food just appeared by itself as if by magic? Think about how you might feel. Would you believe that more food would appear when you needed it the most, or would you store a little extra over for later? Now, in our story, some people didn't obey Moses, and so they tried to save their bread. They feared it wouldn't be there the next day for them. But remember, God is faithful.
I'm so excited to see food again. The Lord is certainly providing for us. Let us gather what we can for today.
Wow. Now I can sit and watch you work to gather food, and I'll just sit and eat the extra food that I gathered yesterday. What a clever man I am.
Lucky you. I must gather my food, but I won't grumble against the Lord again.
Eek! What I gathered yesterday is moldy, and that's a worm in my food.
Yuck! Is that you that stinketh?
It's my food, full of worms, mold, and the worst smells I can imagine.
Woo! Maybe you should have done what Moses said. Woo! Collect each day only what we need, and only collect extra on the day before the Sabbath.
I am not collecting extra ever again. If it was here yesterday and it was here today, it will be here on the Sabbath. I shall have fresh every day without worms.
Now, what do you think happened on the day of the Sabbath?
Oh, I am so hungry. I think I might just gather a little bit more today so I can fill my big tummy.
Well, today is the Sabbath. Yesterday, you should have gathered the extra.
Oh, but I like my food fresh. I'll see you in a minute. You enjoy your worms and smelly stuff.
I was a little worried about worms, but the manna looks as fresh as it did yesterday.
There is nothing out there. Not even one bite.
It's too bad you didn't gather yours yesterday as Moses told you to do.
That seems silly to me. Can I just have a little bit of yours? Even if it has worms. I'm so hungry.
My manna is already gone for today. Today you must starve for not obeying what Moses said to do, as the Lord had asked us to do.
In these ways, God showed his people that they needed to trust him and obey him. But still, once more, the people grumbled. Bunch of whiners anyway. They had all the bread they could eat, but guess what they wanted also? Water. Water. Water to drink.
I'm getting thirsty. The manna is good, but I am getting quite dry. My animals are getting thirsty too.
Tell Moses. When we needed bread, he talked to the Lord and suddenly we had bread. He can get us water too.
Moses, we need water. What can you do?
Yeah. Moses, hey, get over here. We need water to drink.
Why are you testing the Lord in this way? Do you not believe that he's going to provide?
He gave you bread when you needed bread. Where's the faith?
We believe. That is why we are here. It's just water that we want, and some for us, some for our herds.
Come on, it can't be that hard. Is the Lord with us or not?
Israelites, why did you bring us out of Egypt, they say? Give us food, they say. Now you want some water, huh? Well, bring me a rock. You want some water? I'll give you some water.
So Moses spoke to the Lord again, and Moses was busy telling God how angry that Moses' people were. And so the Lord told Moses to walk on ahead and carry his walking stick. He was told to touch the rock at Mount Sinai. Now, think about what Moses was told to do. He's supposed to take a walking stick and touch a rock, and that's supposed to solve everybody's thirst problem. You might be a little thirsty after eating manna without water, but how would a large stick and a large rock be a solution to this water problem? Do you think that you could believe that this stick and a rock would give you water? But with God, all things are possible.